Hey, I'm glad you could join me. Today we're going to go over another assignment. I know that all of you don't have these assignments that I've been doing the videos on, but since you're all at a different pace, I can't just keep up with each individual. So if there's any videos that you want me to do on any assignments, please just email me. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this is the summary assignment. And in this assignment, you will read a passage from the short story Scarlet Ibis and then write a brief summary in a separate Word document. The summary should be about 1 paragraph long. As you write the summary, be sure to show the connections between events. Make the summary flow rather than look like a list. Also, avoid simply repeating the passage. Be sure you type the paper in size 12 times New Roman font and that the paper is double spaced. To begin, open the document titled Excerpt from Scarlet Ibis Assignment in your Images Videos section. You can also view the rubric for the assignment in the document titled Summary Student Rubric. Okay, they give you actually 2 sets of instructions, so you'll need to click on the next thing on your screen, and this gives a little more detail about what you need to do, so hang with me. Sometimes it's good to hear the directions twice for the part that's repetitive. Okay, it says read the following excerpt from the Scarlet Ibis by James Hurst, and then on a separate sheet of paper write a brief summary. Your summary should be no longer than 5 sentences. Make sure you don't include more than 5 sentences or I'm not going to be able to grade it. I'll have to reset your assignment. As you write the summary, be sure to show the connections between events by using at least 3 sequencing words. And this is important because this is part of how I'm going to grade you. So some sequencing words would be first, next, last, finally, and etc. So your very first sentence should start off with first and then tell what happened first, and so on. Make the summary flow rather than look like a list. Do not just repeat the passage. A summary removes all the details and gives the reader the main idea from the beginning, middle, and end. Be sure you type the paper in size 12 times New Roman font and the paper is double spaced. Also include your name and the assignment and date in the left corner. No outside sources are needed to complete this assignment. So the next thing you're going to click on is the student rubric. And go ahead and pull that up and look at it with me if you're at your computer. You'll see exactly how I'm going to have to grade you. All right, let's look at the first thing under content. It says the student correctly summarized the main point of the beginning of the passage without including minor details. The second thing is the student correctly summarized the main points of the middle without including minor details. And then the student correctly summarized the main point of the end without including minor details. Now, you also get graded on those sequencing words. So you have to include at least 3 sequencing words to organize your writing. And again, some of the sequencing words are first, next, then, finally. But you got to have at least 3 of those. The next thing you're graded on is correct capitalization, punctuation, and subject-verb agreement. Last thing you're going to be graded on is the format. Okay, the summary can't be longer than 5 sentences. And you also get graded on whether or not you put your name, assignment, and date in the left corner. Now, you also get graded on whether you use Times New Roman 12 font, and it has to be double spaced. Those are all points that if you don't do that, you could get counted off for. Now, if you'll look up next to under content, the very first thing where it says student correctly summarized the main points of the beginning, it shows a slash mark and 4. Now, that 4 is multiplied by 5 and make this whole assignment add up to 150 points. So if you only get 3 points out of the 4, you've already missed 5 points off. So don't think it only counts 4 points, and so I'm not going to worry about it, because all these add up to 150 points. Okay, let's read the passage together. When Doodle was 5 years old, I was embarrassed at having a brother of that age who couldn't walk, so I set out to teach him. We were down in Old Woman Swamp, and it was spring, and the sick, sweet smell of bayflowers hung everywhere like a mournful song. I'm going to teach you how to walk, Doodle, I said. He was sitting comfortably on the soft grass, leaning back against the pine. Why? He asked. I hadn't expected such an answer. So I won't have to haul you around all the time. I can't walk, brother, he said. Who says so? I demanded. Mama, the doctor, everybody. Oh, you can walk, I said, and I took him by the arms and stood him up. He collapsed onto the grass like a half-empty flour sack. It was as if he had no bones in his little legs. Don't hurt me, brother, he warned. Shut up. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to teach you to walk. I heaved him up again, and again he collapsed. This time he did not lift his face up out of the rubber grass. I just can't do it. Let's make honeysuckle wreaths. Oh, yes, you can, Doodle, I said. All you got to do is try. Now come on, and I hauled him up once more. It seemed so hopeless from the beginning that it's a miracle I didn't give up. But all of us must have something or someone to be proud of, and Doodle had become mine. I did not know then that pride is a wonderful, terrible thing, a seed that bears 2 vines, life and death. Every day that summer we went to the pine beside the stream of Old Woman Swamp, and I put him on his feet at least 100 times each afternoon. Occasionally I too became discouraged because it didn't seem as if he was trying, and I would say, Doodle, don't you want to learn to walk? He'd nod his head, and I'd say, well, if you don't keep trying, you'll never learn. Then I'd paint for him a picture of us as old men, white-haired, him with a long white beard, and me still pulling him around in the go-kart. This never failed to make him try again. Finally, one day, after many weeks of practicing, he stood alone for a few seconds. When he fell, I grabbed him in my arms and hugged him, our laughter pealing through the swamp like a ringing bell. Now we knew it could be done. Hope no longer hid in the dark palmetto thicket, but perched like a cardinal in the lacy toothbrush tree, brilliantly visible. Yes, yes, I cried, and he cried it too, and the grass beneath us was so soft, and the smell of the swamp was sweet. If you know anyone who's having problems accessing the internet, if you will look down in the description box of this video, it'll give you some real helpful information. Please share it with all Job Corps students that you can. And please share my email. I'm not getting any email from you guys, and you need to be really working on your high school diploma. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day.